2 bags onto a porch. And the family was there picking the mother up. This was her house. And they looked at the 2 bags and they go, I don't know what mom's up to. Morning, everybody. Oh. Usually it's a box of rocks, not a bag of rocks. Ugh. I'm going to go around the other side.
Yeah, well, even that weight out.
Yep. This ain't that much, I mean. You know. Couple good adults is all it is. Oh. Hello. Oh. All right. All right. What's going on? Oh, there you are. Scared myself. On some rocks. Morning. Say hello. All right, let's go deliver some rocks. John.
American-made product, hoodies, t-shirts, and jeans. Today we meet Bayard Winthrop, founder of the apparel company American Giant. That's in our How I Built This Resilience edition.
And Planet Money, after this news.
They were ready. They have to get them from the other end of the store, though. Hence, making us wait longer. Jesus, what is with these people? Alright, what are we doing here? Good morning, this is Daniel delivering your Home Depot rocks. Should be there in about 10 minutes. If no one is there to receive them, I'll put them somewhere out of the way. Thank you. Alright, where are we going? About 10, alright. Plug you guys in. Oh, come on. Don't spill the coffee. Oh, that was amazing. Almost spilled the coffee. Oh, this car is such a mess, Daniel. Hey, Ice. Tony, hello. Oh no, Ice. Oh, I'm so sorry. That sucks eggs. Oh. Oh. Well, that can be anything without pulling a code. Yeah. Oh.
For China's food security goals. He died of organ failure.
Corvette Joe. Making a delivery. Just a couple miles up the road here. Just your normal delivery of 350 pounds of rocks. Everybody buys rocks in a bag, don't they? Oh. Oh. I think we gotta go a couple more lights. Yeah. Go up to Barton. Then we'll go get another delivery, hopefully. Yeah. Drove all night. There's always good deliveries in the morning sometimes. Pay really well, so makes up for the crap problems.
When I first met Robert Matthews, he was lying on a black reclining bed in a room full of black reclining beds. about to have a phlebotomist stick a very large metal needle into his arm. She's feeding Robert with a good vein.
Yeah, yes. Can't miss that one.
Robert was here in Cherry Hill, New Jersey to donate his blood plasma. Inside his right elbow, on the skin above his good vein, was a small black circular scar from all the times before today that the needle had gone in.
Okay, you want from the punch from your face and just gonna. It's not that bad.
Okay, when did they build that?
Nah.
Plastic tubing leads from the needle in Robert's arm to a white machine, a little
Wow.
larger than a case of beer. As Robert clenches and unclenches his fist over and over, his dark red blood flows through the tube into a centrifuge hidden inside the box.
So does it seem strange at all that your blood is going into the white machine next to you?
No. It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
As we talk, a plastic 1-liter bottle attached to the front of the white machine slowly begins to fill with a liquid the color of strawberry lemonade. That is Robert's plasma. Basically, Robert's blood minus the red and white blood cells, which end up going back up the tube into Robert's arm. And even though the plasma industry insists on calling what is happening here a donation, Robert is actually selling that plasma. After 45 minutes or so, the bottle will be mostly filled, and Robert will get money loaded onto a debit card. Robert works as an electrician, but he also makes several $100s each month selling his plasma.
Does it hurt when the needle goes in?
No, it doesn't hurt. It's a big needle, but it doesn't hurt.
Robert's plasma will be frozen, then sold on to a pharmaceutical company that will extract all these different proteins, which the company will turn into medicine. Those treatments could end up in American hospitals or on a boat or a plane going pretty much anywhere around the world. Hello and welcome to Planet Money. I'm Keith Romer.
And I'm Amanda Aronchik. Blood plasma products are this massive global industry. Sales are around $25 billion a year, and 2/3 of the world's plasma supply comes from the United States.
We live in a globalized world. All these industries have left the U.S. to set up shop in countries where it's just cheaper to make things. But with plasma, the rest of the world comes to the United States.
Today on the show, why is that? Why hasn't the world plasma industry found a different, cheaper solution than relying on an electrician from New Jersey? And what are the consequences of the system we've set up? Support for MP.
This is an interesting story. I've donated plasma. Oh yeah, Sandusky, sure. I was just up there, not long ago. All right, where are we going? Cedar Point? Well, I haven't been there in 20 years. I probably wouldn't recognize anything. All right, let's try calling this guy again because he's not responding. Kathy? Good morning, Jeremy. This is Daniel delivering your bags of rocks from Home Depot. Should be there within a few minutes. Thank you. Did we go the right way? Because I'm lost. Yes, we went the right way.
About this place. So much so that the editor of one of the big newspapers started looking into it, publishing all these articles about it.
Oh,
He reported that the donors
traffic.
were a mix of alcoholics,
Traffic. And going to one of these side streets over here.
To the international market. And the editor kept complaining about it. 3 men with shotguns pulled up on turned into the newspaper editor's mates, turned his head to the ground. A year and a half later, the dictator Somoza was overthrown.
So, bad look for the plasma industry. But actually, at this point, the big wave of trying to globalize plasma collection had actually mostly passed. A few years before the murder and the riots and the burning down of the center, the World Health Organization actually declared against paying for plasma. So worried about
how paying for plasma could attract people to those helpless people. How plasma could any
in line with that WHO declaration, including ultimately Nicaragua.
But you know who didn't? The United States. And for the most part, this is the system we still have today. The United States allows companies to pay for plasma, and most other countries do not.
Treatments from plasma are used for things like hemophilia and autoimmune diseases and for people undergoing chemotherapy. And whenever scientists find some new treatment, global demand goes up. And the solution is always to open more plasma collection centers in the US. In 2005, there were about 300 of these centers. Today, there are more than 9
collection centers. One of these blood plasma mines works. I arranged to get a tour of the one I visited in New Jersey.
My name is Benjamin Reuter, and I'm the CEO of B Positive Plasma.
The center in Cherry Hill is one of 2 centers Ben run. The B Positive Plasma, the walls here are a sort of standard medical off-white, but all the signs and stuff are a different color.
Did you choose the blood red color scheme? It's very much like, oh, blood is going on.
Yes, we like. We like.
Plasma is actually not like a pale yellow, sort of a straw color. It's not usually red.
Women on birth control often comes out with a light green tint.
Is that a fun fact, Keith?
It's a fact.
Yeah, all right.
So
With
Ben
this
shows
car.
with the freezer where they store all the plastic bottles of many colored plasma they collect throughout the day.
So this is minus 40 degrees Celsius. Our day 1 bottles are put in the coldest part of the freezer to drop to the minus 25 core temp as quickly as possible.
Between this first freezer where that day's plasma is stored and the second freezer where the plasma that's ready to ship is stored, there are hundreds and hundreds of bottles, each of which Ben paid somewhere between $20 and $100 for.
We're shipping weekly now, so between the 2 centers, I want to say we're shipping about 80 cases every week.
In each case, there are 15 1-liter bottles, so about 1,200 bottles of blood plasma. Depending on the exact makeup of the proteins in each sample, Ben can sell each one of those bottles for hundreds or even thousands of dollars.
The drug company that buys them will then thaw out all
once
the
I
bottles
learned about
and
Do Not
just
Disturb,
dump
I was
them
like,
in
oh, this is
together.
better.
Thousands of gallons of strawberry lemonade or light green colored blood plasma, all mixed together in one enormous metal tub.
I hate to say it this way, but have you ever metal brew? It's like it's the same kind of container, maybe larger than that, depending, but just as a visual.
The B Positive Plasma Center I visited was in this kind of drab strip mall off the highway. There was a beauty supply store, Dollar Tree, a Walmart.
And looking at where the 900 plus collection centers are located around the US, you can start to see an echo of the strategy that led the plasma industry to places like Nicaragua back in the 1970s.
According to one market report, around 70% of plasma centers in the U.S. are located in zip codes with higher than average poverty rates.
These centers are mostly near cities. There's also a big cluster down near the Mexico border.
These are apparently some of the most productive centers in the country. Lots of donors there actually come across the border from Mexico in order to sell their plasma and make a little bit of money.
FDA rules say donors can give twice a week, up to 104 times a year.
Mansfield.
Centers are required to test donors every 4 months to make sure their health is holding up. There has been some research that suggests that donating this much is probably fine, but there's also a fair amount of anecdotal evidence that some high-frequency donors are having health problems, and that testing every 4 months may not be enough.
But people keep showing up, in part because of the money.
Here's your...
Then the guy who runs B Positive Plasma, he's pretty upfront about how important money is in getting people to sell their plasma.
The way I would put it is that, so if you were to donate throughout the year, right, about $3,000 would have a fairly significant impact to you. So if you're in a place where that amount of money would have a big impact in your life, then this is typically the program for you.
Refer a new donor, you get $50. Then the person you're referring, they get a bonus too.
I mean, new donor promotions run the gamut. It could be anywhere from $100 a donation, it might be $150 a donation, just to try to get people to be part of the program and lure people in.
The amount you get paid for donating actually goes up each month. On top of that, you hit a certain threshold.
All right, that was quick. Let's get another one. Oh, shoot, that other one's already gone. It's already gone. Well, we got one of them. Got one of the good deliveries. Doggone it. Dagnabbit. Everybody's hungry for those good deliveries in the morning. All right, where's my driveway at? There it is. All right, is there anything else? Where am I at on the map? Oh, there we are. I didn't even notice. That's why they brought me in the other way, because don't go through. There's nothing out there. Do I want to go after this? I don't know. Where is that? Maybe. No, not necessarily, because it's not how it works. You could be right next to the place and you're not going to get the delivery because the computer knows better. The computer's going to pick and choose. Another here. All right, let's see if we can get that one. It's not paying a lot. Something simple. Whatever it is, it's just a couple pounds. Not 350 pounds of rocks. But that's simple, fast money delivering 350 pounds of rocks. North Ridge Cove. Doesn't that sound lovely? And they have a beautiful sign for a trailer park. North Ridge Cove, where all your dreams can be imagined. but they will not come true because you live in a trailer park. I haven't driven this stretch of road in a long time, especially in daylight.
But Canada is nowhere near meeting its goals.
At this point in 2021, where is Canada in terms of self-sufficiency around plasma products?
The current measure, the correct number would be 14%.
Remaining 86%, Canada buys abroad. Almost entirely from plasma that was collected and paid for in the United States.
Canada got here by making a set of choices decades and decades ago. Those choices are part of why it is so dependent on American plasma now.
If you were reinventing the system from scratch today in Canada, do you think that remunerated plasma collection is part of that system, or is it simply a historical legacy that it's not allowed?
I think it is largely a historical legacy, correct?
Canada has never really been forced to change its no paying for plasma position because they've always been able to buy their way out of the problem. But that approach does not and kind of cannot work for every country around the world. So for years, there has been talk in the blood plasma industry about the possibility of a looming plasma shortage. That's because new medical treatments keep being developed using medicine derived from plasma, and the use of those treatments keeps expanding around the world. The worry is, at some point, the supply of plasma from the US just will not be able to keep up.
And when I talked with Ben Reuter, the CEO of B Positive Plasma, he said that shortage had maybe finally arrived for a reason no one had really anticipated: COVID.
The pandemic has certainly done a huge toll to this industry. Nationwide, collections are down, with some centers experiencing a much worse drop-off.
According to the Plasma Proteins Therapeutics Association, a big trade group, plasma collection fell by about 20% in the U.S. last year.
You know, there are a few factors, right? So one is childcare.
If your kid isn't going to school, you might not be able to find time to come in and donate.
And then just, generally speaking, I think people just were scared.
It was a pandemic. People didn't want to sit in a room for an hour with a bunch of strangers.
But Ben says he thinks there's a third reason the pandemic hurt his business. And that is the government's response to the pandemic. Specifically, all the government money that started flowing to people in the form of stimulus checks or enhanced unemployment benefits.
Most donors are getting $500 to $700, $800 a month. If that's supplemented elsewhere, then plasma donation might not necessarily be on the top of your to-do list. So you kind of see when the federal money comes in,
support crew,
donations go down, and as
can you start my
go through
gig?
that money, donations rise, and then
Here are the photos.
Also
of
worth
my
mentioning,
ID.
the U.S. largely closed the border with Mexico during the pandemic. So the really productive collection centers down there saw huge drop-offs because so many of their donors, in fact, live in Mexico.
And regardless of how you weight these different factors, all of a sudden, the supply of American
When did they
plasma
build this, man? This giant thing.
started to seem a lot less reliable.
And if countries like Canada,
Big apartment complex, I guess.
other countries have it way worse.
Called up a doctor in Brazil who specializes in treating the kinds of patients who need plasma.
I haven't been out here in the daylight, I guess.
Professor of immunology at the university or something. What is he?
Antonio treats patients
Yeah, I don't think so. Because it's not open yet. Who is this? Poppin' Molly. Okay. This is a stretch of road, though, I just drove that I haven't been driving very much lately. I should tell you up on top, no. And obviously you don't know how to read if you're asking those kind of questions. Where's my pictures here? What are we doing here? I need one more picture. Okay, done. All right, we got another delivery. Awesome. Doesn't tell you, tells everybody else. Well, it depends when you look at what screen. I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. You must be new here. Gourmet. Yeah. Canaries is right there. I know the owner pretty well. Where's Gourmet? I can't remember now. Oh, you're not in the States. Where are you at? Yes, they are so wide. Yeah, we've overdone it over here. We're lazy, fat here in Europe. Yeah, we're lazy, fat Americans with our giant vehicles and our miles of asphalt and parking lots everywhere. Italy. Como Italivu? Oh, look at that car, a Woody station wagon in front of that dealership. Oh, that one, yeah, Gourmet back there. That's what I was thinking, but I couldn't think of the name. Yeah, they're pretty good. I haven't been there in a long time. All around America, I've been in 45 states in America. That's like doing Europe and the Middle East and North Africa. I have not been to Europe. A couple places in Canada, a couple places in Mexico, Puerto Rico, British Virgin Islands. No. Never did it on my own. Tried to go with a girlfriend to Brussels when she would go to Belgium all the time, but she was no fun. She was no fun. She was too self-conscious of herself all the time. Not too adventurous. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back. No more, no more. Ooh, okay. Pop and Molly, you get a hello from. Hi. How's everybody? Oh, got a new person here, huh? Oh, that's Fredo. He sleeps underneath my dash. Another big storage place, John. I don't know. Nothing that bothers me. All right, another delivery. Well, they got fresh mulch around their trees here. Anybody wants some mulch? I'll make some deliveries tonight. Dan's discount mulch. Oh yeah, I've been up for too long again. Whose helicopter is that? Looks like Life Flight. How come I don't have a notification? Oh, these people haven't started the trip yet? What the hell, man? Knock, knock. Hello, support people. Good morning. Jesus. What's going on here? Did I send this shit to the wrong? Ugh, Jesus. What time is it? I sent these pictures to the wrong damn place. Jeez almighty. Who's operating this boat? Captain Dan is drunk again. Jeez. Hate when I do that. Come on. Oh, come on. I touched the wrong button again. Why don't I just make this easier? I could make this easier. Alright, gonna have to wait. Alright. Alright, let's go over here and pull up. Why do people spend so much on lawns and grass and stuff? You know, there's more important things in this world than all that. Somebody will strike me down for lightning, with lightning for that one. Alright. Oh, it looks nice. Yeah. What do you want, Buck? I'm a grouch. A grumpy grouch. Alright. Alright. Alright, people. What's this phone doing? Can't do anything until this gets going here. Should be started by now. No shit. You damn kids, get off my lawn! Yeah, I guess there's times I can definitely be a negative Nancy, you know. I don't know how you get like that, you know. What forms in your character that you look at things certain ways, you know. I wish I could be as yeah, vocal as I'd like to be, but then I would end up like Bill and I'd be banned off of every platform on the internet. Except maybe Pornhub. Because you can say anything there. And I so want to say some of that shit here, but then I'll be banned. All right, come on, people. They're not responding. Ugh, hate this. I'm going to start an app where you're only allowed to be your true foul self. Oh my God, would that be a hellhole? Your true foul self. Don't be a Karen. Oh, it'll be worse than that. The hellhole app. Oh, what's going on with these people? This phone of mine is fuck. I got to get rid of these phones. They're all screwed up. Jesus. Where's the other phone? Oh, I was looking for this phone earlier. It was right there. I don't know where anything is. This car's a pig pen. There's a brownie down here. It's still good. I wish I could have surreptitiously recorded my friend's girlfriend. This little 5-foot woman could make a Navy SEAL cry. The meanest friggin' two-legged thing on the fucking planet. They would fucking scream at each other like you couldn't believe. Oh my God, the foulest stuff come out of her mouth. Oh my God. Then he'd start screaming back. And then it would go on and on. Oh my God. She'd come in and ranting and be meaning him. And he's a giant guy. Just be beating him up, berating him, calling him all kinds of horrible stuff. Oh my God. And they don't even laugh afterwards. You know, that's the worst part. Jesus. I think I tried to record some of it once. I should have. Oh my God. She was a miserable cuss. Oh, so sad. It's the only woman I've ever met that had the Napoleon syndrome. Why does anybody? They've been together for so long. Who the hell knows? You know, I mean, decades they've been together. You know, she's got all the money though. 20 houses. You know, he helped build most. You know, rehab most of them. He kind of gets a free ride. But I don't know if I could take that. You know, I don't know. He's stuck. You know, people like that are stuck together, man. They're just stuck together. You know. What is with these people this morning? Are they that busy? What's going on here? What's beeping? Oh, there we go. Thank you so much. I forgot to send this properly. I sent it to the wrong place first. Haha. Because I'm sitting here waiting now. Thank you. All right. Let's go get this simple delivery here. All right. Be right back. Sure is. All right. That's a simple delivery. What did we pick up? putty knife and sanding paper and a couple screws and a thing of glue. Bunch of little stuff. Where's the keys? If you please. So what country, Pop and Molly? I've got a lot of watchers over in Europe. Great, thanks. Have a good morning. It's such a big package. I just delivered 10 bags of rocks, 350 pounds. This is easy. This guy got back to me. That's what she said. All right, where are we going here? Go way out there. Okay, past Root to, what is that street? Island. Okay. All right, plug you back in. All right, let's go. Keep forgetting I gotta go buy gas yet. Somewhere. Preferably closer to the city where it's cheaper.
About the safety of people working in factories, and you even started to work out of your car in front of your house because you've got 3 kids at home. I imagine that's why you were working out of your car.
That's right. That's right. You probably had the same situation, Guy. I did this ridiculous sort of dance inside for a while where I was putting a sheet of plywood over my lap, and invariably every 5 minutes, my 4-year-old Rose would come running into the room and yell at me and say, "Read me a book," or "I want a sandwich," or something. And so I eventually realized that if I could get the parking spot right in front of my house, we lived in the Castro in San Francisco, right in front of my house, I could still tether to my Wi-Fi. So that became my office. And it was great, by the way. It worked very, very well. I could just hop outside when I needed to be on a call, I needed to be focused, slid my driver's side seat back, and I was good to go. And that was my office still is actually, but that was my office for quite a long time. I'm actually in our offices right now. But to speak about the pandemic just for a second, I think like everybody, when March came, now over a year ago, and the shelter-in-place orders happened in the Bay Area, the bottom fell out of the business. I mean, it really was scary. In our business, I think we were down 40 or 50% year on year. And I when I sleep at night, I keep a pad of paper next to my bed. If I'm not sleeping, I just get my thoughts out. And I still have this piece of paper, but I think the first or the second night of the lockdown, I wrote on that sheet of paper, and I said, business is going to survive this, and we're not laying anybody off. And those became the kind of 2 guiding principles for the business that informed every decision that we made after that. And what that immediately looked like was we got into a very aggressive posture in cost cutting. And this is, to get back to the proximity and the people of the domestic supply chain, we were fortunate enough to be able to call all of our suppliers, all of our meaningful suppliers, and we and I developed relationships with these people over the years, whether that was Kevin McCarter at Clover Knits, or Paige at Carolina Cotton Works, or Andy at Parkdale, and say, look, we need help, and we've got to cancel these orders. And to a one guy, they all said, you tell us what you need, we'll figure it out. And so we were able to trim our supply back massively. We stopped our hiring. We canceled any software contract we could. I took a salary cut, and then my leadership team took a salary cut. But then little by little, things began to recover. And by July, we were growing again. And thankfully, we were able to kind of navigate it well. But to your point also, I think one of the things that comes into focus pretty quickly is we're in the Bay Area, and we had the luck of working from home. I was able to work from home. I don't get paid by having my hands on product every day.
Yeah.
But our sewers and our operators in the Carolinas do, and they get paid only when they show up at the factory. And so that was a big undertaking too, to make sure that we were being safe and that we were getting in the right protocols into those facilities. We had a brief period of time there where we were asked by FEMA to help make some masks for the federal government, and we had to convert our factories to do that. So it was a bouncy year. The dominant takeaway was that people across the organization stood up and became leaders and helped us navigate it. And it was an incredibly humbling experience for me to see how people stepped up in a very difficult time and got the business through what was I think, once in a generation kind of moment.
And did you end up coming out of 2020, I'm assuming you had expected a catastrophic year, but did you come out of 2020 actually, with some revenue growth?
We grew, and that was growing despite our retail stores essentially shutting down. We had no retail, which we had 4 doors last year. Produced. They became cost centers. They were not generating any revenue at all, but we did grow, and I think a bunch of things contributed to that. I think, to your point, people during the pandemic were particularly interested in the clothes that we make. They were buying sweatshirts and sweatpants and jeans and t-shirts and things that we happened to be in the right category at the right time categories. We didn't have, though we had 4 retail stores, we had a ton of retail exposure. And I think the positioning of the brand of having a high quality, localized supply chain helped both from a customer interest standpoint and from our ability to be reactive. So it ended up, once the dust settled after the first 3 or 4 months of the lockdown, it ended up being a good year for us. A lot of that, by the way, was we learned so much about our business, about our management style, about all these things by being forcibly remote that helped get the business even more efficient and better than it was during the pandemic. So,
how did the past year change and sharpen and presumably improve your management style?
I've been thinking about this a lot, and I think that I have given lip service for most of my career, to empowering people to lead in my organization. And I think a lot of people do that, but don't actually do it. They talk about it, but don't actually do it. That was the case in my case. I continue to manage my team as opposed to leading them and empowering them. And I think that and I've been maybe talking about that for many years in my career. I think what the pandemic did is, by the force of distance and working from home, it required that we give the control of all aspects of the business down to our senior people, to our brand new hires. And I don't want to overstate this, but almost without exception, everybody rose and stood up and did just incredible jobs about taking ownership and pride over what we do. And that was just it almost makes me emotional talking about it. It was just an incredible thing to be a part of, to see people throughout the organization step in and work hard and get things done that needed to get done in ways that were beyond what I think I'd ever believed was possible. So that has transformed the business in a really basic way. My management style now, I think, has totally changed. I think if you ask my leadership team, they would say he is way less involved in the day-to-day. We're running the business now, and he is really he's thinking about high-level direction, but he's let go a lot of the day-to-day in a way that maybe I had a tendency to meddle and manage and get my fingers in the details. So I'm very grateful for that. It's been unexpected, but a totally positive change for me personally and for the business, I think.
Yeah, I read an article in Inc. magazine that was a profile of you a few years ago, and I was surprised because your entire day was meetings, and it seemed like you were really into the granular side of things. It was like meetings about photography of catalogs, and meetings about specific different kinds of yarns and design, and that was just a day in your life. And it seemed to me like that was quite a lot for the CEO of a company to be involved in every single step. It's something you'd want to do. It's your baby, it's your company, your business. And I understand that too, because I have those tendencies too as a leader, but it seemed like a lot, and I wonder if that is what you will go back to in a post-pandemic world.
Yeah, that's I'm just thinking that now as you're saying that, guys, go back and read that because that is really instructive, actually. And I think that point about it being my baby that's sort of almost the narrative I told myself all along. Like, it's my baby. I'm the only one who's going to care that much. And in reality, throughout our organization, people have been caring and managing better than I would. And so that's funny thinking back about that because you're right. That really was right. I hope not. I really hope not. And I think it has been such a positive shift for us. And I feel it just kind of intuitively. I've got this great sense of almost a familial sense about our team, American Giant, now that everybody, it's almost like you now. I think that the people throughout the organization are doing a better job of what they do than I ever possibly could. So let's check back in a year, but I hope I don't go back to my old ways because they were not as effective. So I hope it's a permanent change.
That's an excerpt from my live conversation with Byron Winthrop, CEO and founder of American Giant, an American-made apparel company. This episode was produced by Liz.
I was curious who the guy was. Well, I don't know, if he makes me sick or not, Buck. I mean, these things are all relative. I've worked for tons of wealthy people. Most of them are not going to give up everything they own to live in a bungalow in North Ridgeville. Hell, I don't want to live in North Ridgeville. But it sounds like the guy has gotten a humbling lesson. I mean, it's relative. He wouldn't know how to live in North Ridgeville, okay? Some guys I know could. They could live anywhere. But, I mean, one thing I've listened to a lot of this stuff, and a lot of it on the internet, on all the different kind of subgroups that I'm into, subcultures on Twitter. So many companies have learned that, a lot of stuff that they did daily was a wasteful time. The way they would always have meetings and this and that, and they could now doing this stuff with Zoom and other ways, they've learned that they could distill this down to a lot less. I don't know if he's a blowhard, I mean, I've never met the guy. I don't know what he looks like, what his world is really like. Yeah, he's made a lot of money. Nothing wrong with that, Oh, look at that. They tore this whole... Oh, that's right. They're putting a drug mart over here. You see that? At the corner here at Bagley. Their drug mart's on a giant friggin' building spree, man. They got this one going in. They got a big piece of land over there in Strongsville going in. Where else? I think I thought a third one somewhere. They're on a giant spending spree right now. Yeah, I mean, he might be a jerk, but I don't know. Most of the people I know that own companies and are worth millions, you've got to be pretty full of yourself in some ways. You got to have a big ego. I don't know a lot of people that have created something like that. We got party lights up here. What's going on? Party lights. Early in the morning. But he said, he did say they didn't lay anybody off. They kept the company together. Some companies have not weathered this well. I mean, not at all. Closed all their stores and stuff, What did this guy do? Ah. He's a normal-looking guy driving a big, nice truck, and he got pulled over. Oh, where are we turning up here? Here it is. I haven't been down this stretch of Lorraine in a long time. Used to drive this for decades, and then they put the highway in. All right, where are we going? It's a side street up here, further down. I'm sure you could go online and find out, but maybe he's liked. I don't know. I haven't been on this street forever. Where are we turning? Right here. This is a nice new street, isn't it? They mowed everything down when they built this and built every house the same. I think I would cut myself if I lived somewhere like this. Oh, look at the old, nice. That garage has got a Torino in it, Buck. A red Torino. Looks like a Torino. I'm trying to think. Or like a Talladega. One of those. Where are we going here? Neighborhoods where everybody is the same. They all have the same kind of lives, the same kind of jobs, the same hours. I don't fit into these kind of neighborhoods too well. Which one is it here? Which side is it going to be on? It's going to be on my side. Oh, it's right there. I can even read the address. All right. All right. Any other work out here now? What? 64th and St. Clair. Homicide. Found a DOA near the food containers near a business. Multiple gunshot wounds. Jeez. Alright, what's out here now? Most everything on the west side has been delivered. Tractor Supply, but too big. I don't have a trailer. Can't do that. Dang it. Yeah, that's not worth really going to. I don't know. Way out to Macedonia. Well, got a couple deliveries in. Plus, the trouble with neighborhoods like this, everybody knows what's your driveway for you to pull behind your house and hide. You know, it's way lifestyle. I got a friend who moved into a neighborhood like this. He drove everybody there nuts because of his lifestyle, and it drove him nuts. But the missus wanted a house that she thought would be worth the value. You know, they were going to pay for it. Yada yada. He was so unhappy there. Of course, they didn't like his motorcycle and other things. His friends. Oh. Did I see anything about Denison? I saw some stuff about Denison, I thought. I don't know, maybe not. I missed a lot, I'm sure. Yeah. Denison can be rough. Denison can be rough. Yeah, shooting, yeah. Not unusual over there. Sad to say. The Faith Baptist Temple. That corner is for sale. We got party lights up ahead. Somebody's busy out here this morning. Second time now. Greedy this morning. is that something else? Oh, hard to tell. Looks kind of big. No, looks like the same guy, maybe. No, it's a different cop. It's Ridgeville. Yeah. Alright, let's see here. That's not what I wanted. I wanted that. Oh, that's over there. I'm not going that way. What good is that? Where's this? Oh, right there, yeah. I thought there was something up here. Just couldn't remember. Got a low tire light. Wow, Panera's. Complete, geez. It's like 40% packed. Wow. I haven't been in Panera in a while. I like Panera's. Used to get in there a lot. I don't think I ever went there much for breakfast, though. Oh. Gotta make some other money because it'll be another week before I get any real money out of this. These new deliveries. Vitalia. Is this going to be a senior housing or something? Or I missed the name. Whatever that big new building is. They closed the ham radio store. So sad. No more ham radio stores in the area, I don't think. Oh, let's see, look at that. Blew my mind. I didn't know they tore down the old Sambo's building after the fire. Didn't realize the fire was that bad. I guess it was so much of a mess. It was just a loss. I know that. This car needs a serious car wash. It's nasty. Brewster's Ice Cream, now hiring. Self-storage. What the heck was that building? I forget. Can't remember what that building was. Hey, Dutchie. Conway. Oh, my back. Oh, yeah, of course. Anywhere you go in America, you'll see help wanted signs. Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight. Where am I going? It's on the left. It's been so long. What are they doing to this place? Chick-fil-A. They're remodeling the Chick-fil-A. Okay. Right rear tire. Is that the one acting up? Okay. We have no idea. Check our tires. Rear. All right. What am I doing? Still no deliveries nearby. I am tired. Should probably pack it in. Ohio Savings Bank. Used to use those guys. I don't know why I ever changed. I don't remember. Yep. Ugh. Still got a tire light. It's probably a damn bad sensor. They get weird. This car's had some sensor issues with the tires. Moo juice. Hey, Kathy. No moo juice. Just gonna go home. The Bat Cave is calling. Yep. It's telling me that crazy cat is into mischief. Pretty good. Still not, great, but better. A little bit, I guess. Yeah. Oh. I don't know. Not yet. I just looked at the big Italian festival in August. They still don't know if they're going to go. I think they will. But who knows? I don't know. The kid at the one dispatcher, he's a young kid. He was over there. He thinks it's for the Natural History Museum, but I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's for the VA. I think he's confused, but could be wrong. The cost to bring that kind of a crane out per day is probably, wow, that big of a crane. I bet you to bring a crane out like that for a day or a few days could be $25,000 to $50,000. I don't know. I saw some really big. No, a lot of times stuff like that's for new air handlers on a roof, for roofing materials. That VA building is huge. You cannot reach it from, it's a giant complex of buildings that have been added on and on and on. I hope I can remember to try to go by there later. It could be up in the air right now for all I know. Why did I go this way? All right, everybody. I'm tired. I'm not paying attention. See you all later. Thanks for hanging out. Ciao. Is what in Cleveland? Why did I do this? Yeah. It's right in University Circle with all the museums. UH Hospital a few blocks away. The clinic a few blocks away. Yep. It's huge. It's a big VA. Just go look at it on Google. Satellite view. And it services all the outlying VAs in like 15 other cities, smaller cities in Northeast Ohio. All right, I'm hanging up. I'm supposed to hang up a while ago. This poor car, look at this poor car. He got hit right there. Car's all torn up. Somebody come along and smacked it. What's the answer to that? Don't park in the street. Bye, guys. See you later. Ciao.